Stream started here. Welcome to the stream, guys. I am doing a tutorial apparently on Crossout. So don't mind the build that I have sitting here. This is just one of my small builds. My real big boy is this guy. Look at this freaking tank, man. Look at this thing. This thing's got like 3,000 health. This is my big boy. Alright, so your factions are going to be in this tab here. And you can see I'm still trying to level these other factions. You have to, it says requires reputation level 10 with the faction scavengers. So you've got to work on this faction, and you can change your factions to what faction you want to level. Right now,
I got ads in his stream and everything. The guy that just he hopped in my stream, started talking to me, dropped me a follow, and then I was gonna show me some of the stuff that he has on Crossout. While I'm doing that, though, go ahead and switch my screen for me.
You can change your factions.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta like slide up on it.
So you hit change factions, and you can go to that faction so that you can level up your stuff. So in order for me to get this faction, each faction has their own cool blueprints. You see there's all of these factions. Like this guy requires a level 10 with scavengers, and this guy requires level 10 with nomads. They're just different ones. And you have to wait apparently 1 day to change your faction. So once you pick a faction, make sure that you're going to pick that faction for a day. You can also crafting. Crafting is fun. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can craft, and these are the parts you need. Wires you get from matchmaking. Copper you get from I do believe you can get those from like the
Wicked sick.
These missions sometimes drop. See, here's your copper. So you want to do all these, and then if you just want to do where you can get wires, you have to play against people. And you're going to need that stuff to, because there's some cool crafting. Look at this crafting. The Fat Man, that is a nice turret. I appreciate that tier for 100 bits, man. Appreciate that. So you got the Fat Man, which is what I got on my big ass tank right now. The Executioners, they're awesome. And these are the parts required to craft them. And you can craft all kinds of parts here. There's just all kinds of cool parts. So if you're looking for all kinds of parts, you're going to need to work on your factions. And you're going to have to play multiplayer to get your wires. Now you can only get a certain amount of wires a day, and it stops. So you don't have to play matchmaking forever, just enough until you get all your wires that you can possibly get. And then you can go and do all these little side missions for all this stuff. Yeah, so if you switch to a faction, you can't change factions for at least 24 hours. So if you pick one, you're stuck on it for 24 hours. But I would work on, I'm not sure what factions you have unlocked, but engineers, I think, because that's my current faction right now. It's level 27. I think that's your default. But you can even craft parts in here too. There's okay parts, like these balloon tires. Those are cool. And it tells you how long it takes to craft them. So 15 minutes. You can track it, so you want to watch when you have enough parts. Now, if you don't want to do the grind and you have a pocket full of cash, you can run over to the market and, let's say, type in copper. People sell this shit all day, every day. You see, I got 41 gold. I could grab a stack of copper, 100 copper for, looks like 2.17. They're not that expensive. 2.17. That's it. You just have the engineers. Well, that's fine. You got to work on the engineers first, then you go over to the other ones once you've reached a certain level on your engineers. My engineer's level 27. I've been working the crap out of that. That's basically my level. But like 1,000 pieces of copper, it's 21 gold. And it's really not hard to get the gold, especially if you're a grinder. You can grind at first through matchmaking, and what you can do is you can go to these guys here, grind for the stuff for the parts, because some of these parts are expensive. So you can just grind, let's say, grind for a cricket. You get all the parts you needed to get a cricket, right? You go over to the marketplace and check how much a cricket's going for. I think they're going for quite a bit. I've got one. 264 gold. And you do all the grinding and you get all that, so there's no real money out of pocket at all, because you're grinding through the matchmaking, through the quests, through the missions, all that. 264 gold for an item you crafted. Now you go on the marketplace and you list it. So you go to your storage and let's say you want to sell that. You can sell like that through your storage. So you can just automatic sell to somebody who's wanting to buy it. And that's the quickest way to get gold. And see, I got quite a few things. See, that's worth 460. Then you got this. It's worth 263 a piece. I've got 2 of them. These are worth 413 a piece. I've got 2 of them. 39 a piece. I got 4 of them. You can even sell your little bullshit stuff, like this little LM54. They don't sell for a lot, but you know, what are you gonna do if you ain't gonna use it? Sell it. 35 gold for one of those. 29 gold for one of those. A way to level a little faster. Yeah, I can get into that in a second. So my total cost of all items are about 5k gold. That's total cost of all my sellable items. 5,000 gold. It's quite a bit. Quickest way to level would be doing it while you're low leveled. Those low level matchmakings are a walk in the park. If you've got less than 3,000 PS, dude, you're gonna scoot through the matchmaking. They're so easy. They're mostly bots, to be honest, because not a lot of people have that low, you know, no offense to the low levels, but everybody's up in the high tiers, like 9,000, 6,000, 8,000, you know. So your best bet would probably just to go ahead and jump in these low tier lobbies when they're just mostly bots and just level that way. I don't know if there's any real quick way. A good way, another one, is to do these missions. It tells you the requirements, so don't join like, you know, the super hard one. When it says PS 5,000, that's your power score. If your power score is only 2,000, don't jump in no hard match like that. You're gonna get butt raped. And you can only die, I think, 2 times before you have to pay 2 gold in order to come back. So I would start off on these little 1-stars. These little 1-stars. See, it says easy requirements, just 20 fuel and be in level 4. That's it. You just do these little level 1s, and then you can work your way up to level 2 and start getting these cool items at the bottom and rewards. Like this one gives copper. It's easy. It's an easy one, and it gives copper. You don't even have to do matchmaking. And you get matchmake with other players too, so it helps. You're all on a team. See, that one's easy, and you get copper. So you're going to get all your copper mostly from these missions here. Your wires, though, they come from matchmaking. And, of course, your scrap. You do need scrap for some things. But I think you got to be level 10 to get into... No, level 4. Oh, you got to be level 10 to start collecting wires. So at least make it up to level 10 with a PS of 4,000. Now, I don't think you really have to have a PS 4,000, but you might have to. It's been a while since I've jumped into a low tier. I could make a low tier. Here's my factions. So they got some cool builds, some blueprints that you unlock as you level them. Now that is a sick ride. I guarantee I don't have the parts. But if you work on the faction that gave you that blueprint, you'll have all the parts. You're focusing on level up to like 10. I should be able to build some more cool things. Yeah, leveling up to level 10. I would just, honestly, I know you don't like multiplayer. I would jump in multiplayer. It's gonna level you a lot faster than the story mode. It's going to level your factions a lot faster. It's going to give you the parts you need to build what you want. And like I said, these factions give you some cool things. And if you work on that faction, you'll get the parts to build that. And they've got some cool ones. Like, that's freaking cool. Look at that. I wish I could build that. I don't even think I have all the parts. I might. I know I don't have the top cannon. I don't have the tracks on that. But if you work on the faction, you'll unlock those parts. Yeah, they're real cool. I've got 22 of these different ones that I've unlocked from factions. But I haven't unlocked their parts all the way through. And yeah, you get parts from the factions. So you'll get new parts that you can add on. Like if you want to work on this, work on that faction that gave you that blueprint. You'll get all the parts. See, that's double crickets, which is awesome. It's a cute little truck, which would be real easy to do. And the lowest, see, look, I got your starting car, which you don't worry about that. But this is only a PS of a 1363. That's it. That's very, low power score. But they give you the blueprint to make it. And that almost looks like yours, man. You could probably make that. Like, it wouldn't take nothing. It's got a huge cannon on top. Got a cool looking truck. So yeah, I would definitely work on the factions. They're going to be your best bet. And like I said, if you don't want to take the time to grind for all that copper, copper's nothing, man. Wires are going to be a little bit more expensive. But you can get 100 of them for 684. That's really not that much. It's really not. 100 wires for 684. Then you go over to your faction and you say, okay, what do I want to craft? Oh, by the way, you can also craft legendaries. Legendaries. Look at this shit. Like, I can craft this right here. Takes 5 days. But it's a freaking legendary. You can see how many parts I need. I have no uranium. I've got 5 batteries. It'd take me forever to craft it, but it's nice. It's pretty cool. It tells you what it requires. It requires other legendaries, but you'll get there. This is what people do to get rich in this game. This is what they do to get the overpowered guns and artillery and everything. Like this only requires 3 epic pieces, and you get a legendary. Oh, and if you don't have, let's say you don't have that epic piece, you can craft it. You can go find the faction that you can craft that epic piece. You can craft everything. You don't have to have money to be good in this game. A lot of people oversee this. See, and this tells you vehicle blueprint 6. So I've unlocked all 6. Equipment. So as you level, they give you more and more equipment. You can craft a bunch of basic stuff. You can even get a paint container. So it gives you cool paints and stuff. It's pretty cool. You get containers that you can open up. Like I can craft one of these right now. Cost is free, so it's instant. Means it's instant as soon as you do it. And all it requires is scrap metal. I'm not gonna do that because it's just basic. Very low probability of an epic part. I don't like chance. I would rather just craft it. Craft the part. Because if I chance 400 scrap and you give me a common, I'm going to be pretty annoyed. I'm not giving you 400 scrap for a freaking common part. But, yeah. So right now I think I'm working on... I don't know who I'm working on, what faction. Engineers is level 27. I'm working on Scavengers. So Scavengers is level 8. Nomads is 4. Lunatics is 8. I need to unlock the Steppenwolves, the Dawn's Children's, the Fire Starters. I need to unlock all them. There's so much in here. And right now, this is my build. It's just a monstrosity of a truck. It's got a cricket firing rockets. It's got the tank cannon on it, and it's got a little turret. Oh yeah, I noticed that a lot more were starting to stream it, so that's why I jumped in and was like, hey, I'm gonna try it out again. And I was like, man, I missed this game. But yeah, there's a lot more to it than just I guess what most people think there's only two. There's all kinds of stuff. Like, you see these legendary items in here going for insane amounts. Like, a scorpion is 20,900 gold. A breaker is 22,000. And all it's going to take is just your time to unlock the crafting abilities for that faction. It does take time. But once you get there and you can craft a scorpion, it's 20,000 gold. I mean, come on. 20k gold, I'll sell it. Fuck it. Go buy all kinds of other stuff. I used to do a lot of buy, sell, and trading. You see all my stuff that I have pages upon pages of selling. Oh, apparently I used to sell items that no longer exist. That's cool. This account's old, man. Let's see if I can go 292 pages of the marketplace. Okay? That's how much I sold shit. That's how much I crafted and sold. I have 292 pages of transactions. My first transaction ever was December 21st of 2017. That's like, what, 5 years ago? 4, 5 years ago? But yeah, I've got 292 pages of marketplace transactions. I used to craft and sell. And you can see I used to sell these basic parts that you won out of the matchmaking and stuff. It's not much, but 10 pages of that, I mean, it adds up when you ain't got no gold. My account value is 5,000 gold right now. 4,894 plus the 41 I got here, and I don't think it counts the parts that are on this truck either. Because the parts that are on this truck are not going to be in my storage because I'm using them. So you're looking at about a 5,500, 5,600 gold probably value. Maybe even more because some of these parts. I might have about a 6k gold, which ain't a lot compared to a legendary item going for 20k. But it adds up. All these items I got here, I used to sell scrap in hundreds, stacks of hundreds. I grinded my way to get my money. Oh, not a problem, man. You can add me on here too, and I could probably easily make a build that matches yours. I'll have all the parts except for the tires, which I can swap out. I can swap those tires out. But I can, since I have these blueprints here, I can get a build that's going to match your power score. And we can roll together. Like, I can make that. I bet that thing's fast. I bet it zooms. It's got a rocket line thing on the back. Aviators, I think that's what they call them. It's like a turbo boost. But I could, I have all the required parts, man. I can make a power score 1300 and join you on some online games. I can make that right now. Oh, it's definitely getting added to my schedule of games. I don't normally stream on Sundays. I'm just doing a quick little tutorial for you guys. I believe it's this little friend thing here. Open player search. If you just give me your name, I'll send it. Alright, and then I'll add you. And what I'll do is we can roll together. I'll keep my power score as close as possible to yours so we don't get into any higher games than we need to. There we go, sent. I definitely won't bring this truck out, but I do love my truck. Okay, that's my baby. And I've got that little cute thing. He's got executioner cannons mounted to the side of him. Wicked sick right there. Those things hurt, by the way. And then I've got my little boom cannon truck. And I made these myself. These aren't blueprints. These I spent the time in here to craft this. And to be honest, that's a pretty good craft, okay? From not taking somebody's blueprint or a faction's blueprint. That truck looked wicked. It's a wicked truck. I just took the time, a lot of time. This is called my mini tank. You see the huge ass cannon on the top. And then he shoots these little rockets on the side. It has little rocket shooters, little pea shooters. And then I've got a rocket shooter on the bottom of it. You can't even really see that. Looks like just part of the vehicle, but it shoots rockets right out the bottom. Shoots rockets out the side. Has a huge cannon on top. It's pretty cool. Dude, the build mechanic, you can get fucking lost in the fucking build. Like, 2 or 3 hours go by and you're like, damn, bro. You know how long it took me to build this? I mean, that's like a 2 hour just fucking... Because you got to figure out what part's going to look good where and how you want it to look. And this truck right here weighs... So this truck weighs 19,400 kilograms. This is one heavy-ass truck. But it moves pretty quick once it gets going. It's a little quick truck. They don't move bad. I mean, that's pretty quick for a 19,000 kilogram truck. Pretty good. Yeah, and this thing weighs a lot. He's pretty quick. I've got a hell of a cabin on him. So the cabin here can hold a mass limit of 20,000 kilograms. Its max cabin speed is 60 kilometers an hour. Received damage temporarily increases the damage you deal. So the more damage I receive, the more damage I do. Now he has 3,245 hit points. So I'm a tank. I can tank some hits. But the more damage you do to me, the more damage I do output. That's why I have that heavy cabin. 30% at 1,000 damage. So you do 30% more damage every 1,000. So... But I spent a while on this big boy. Let me go check. Did my stream crash? Oh, yeah, the bitrate's going crazy. Oh. You still there? Yeah. So, I guess my internet's kind of crapping out at the moment, but... That's typical. I don't usually stream on Sundays anyways. But yeah, you definitely want cover in the front. Alright, cool. Yeah, man. I'll watch you. I'll go ahead and watch.